What up, YouTube? This is your boy RJ Fierce. Welcome to my channel called The Reckless Foundation. Hello, hope everybody's having a great day. I know I am. So right now we have a reaction request by none other than the poetry of Manny Core. And the name of the video is going to be called Manny Core Presents the 2024 Autism Awareness Show. Now before we begin, make sure you like, share, and comment the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's begin. Just having fun, man. That's what's up. All right.
Every day it's the same damn thing when we're swimmers. That's a way of saying a kid during the Civil War. Jones Parks say that we shouldn't exist. We shouldn't fit in with the normalcy of people. We shouldn't be doing what normal humans do. Never date, marry, or have children. Never have an opportunity to play music or sports or perform a goal of poetry, though. Never pursue a goal of their own. I say bullshit to all of that.
Word.
And let me tell you why. We are born as beautiful and resilient human beings on this planet. No matter if they're low or high functioning, someday he or she will do great things. That's what they say, but many obstacles get in the way.
Right.
When we see others possess numerous abilities, we have no problems pursuing the same. And these negative motherfuckers should deal with us. These autistic souls should do anything they can put their hands to. Like an example of the Mark Brown masterpiece known as the children's book, Arthur. George met an autistic rabbit named Carl, who has Asperger's syndrome and with an interest in locomotives and knows every part of a damn train.
That's what's up.
Me? The core, for instance? Ha! Want an example? Audio programming, Final Fantasy history, metal, and military. These are the three superpowers going up to 4 as I possess. 2 women whom I've known since April 2013's feature. The cake is black history, culinary, paintings, and marvel in her DNA. 2, the latest traits are unknown except one, painting and drawing. But one power we have, sharing our poetic verses all over the US. That is why autism is not a damn disease. It empowers us in every form and we will continue to survive no matter the cost.
Okay.
Happy National Poetry Month and Autism Awareness Month. I am just a little drunk, so I apologize. I am autistic. Though often I keep it hidden in a closet, turned off my location, your GPS must be mistaken. I'm tired of taking y'all's bullshit. I am autistic. The people will say you don't look like it because they don't see that masking me is my only survival skill I had to. Because there's been tests developed to kill me before I've been born. I've always been torn of repping a name or repping a faith. Because I'm not sure they can deal with it. I am autistic, but to borrow the words of a friend, don't treat me different. That's not what friendship is.
Right.
Don't put on a facade just so I can take mine off. Just because I have a diagnosis doesn't mean you need a diagnostic just to talk to me. I don't want you if you can't be real. But if you're real, you better fight with me. Whether it's at the bar or the office, because there are people who hear the word autistic and immediately feel pity. And I think it's really silly, but I'll give you some credit. Not every brother, sister, sibling, or mine can right-click their expression, hit edit. Can't scroll through Photoshop till they find the masking option, wear their tisms on their face because they can't erase nor soften, but they shouldn't have to. Shouldn't need to put themselves in a box and hide away who they are, then use that tism riz like a flirt line from the Cosmopolitan. Get you a pretty partner that you can take to bed and get to hopping. We may not be good at communicating, but when we love you, we often have weird ways of showing it. I might just find a rock I like and try to give it to you, looking up with my face just glowing. Around 1 kid out of 36 is born with autism. But I assume those numbers are skewed because a good chunk of people in this room are autistic, and I don't want to out you, but I do want to shout you out. You're here when often our condition is treated like a death sentence, like acting a little different from the person to your left is evidence enough that you're not for this. Life's like a box of chocolates. Some of us are high functioning, some of us just isn't. But the reason my function is impaired is because you caused it. Closet case is what they called her. She wasn't brilliant enough to stand out as a positive side effect. She couldn't look at a pile of pencils and know exactly how many there were there, so they ignored her and she raged, but we were just kids, and who listens to us at that age? We were friends.
Right.
I knew we were like then, but my mom had refused to reach out for help for me, but at least we were friends. We played inside, outside, real life, and pretend. She should have never been shoved in that closet, never bullied by every kid who couldn't understand her problem because it never should have been a problem.
Right.
Never should have tried to solve them. There's no parent-teacher textbook for dealing with children who are autistic. I am autistic, she had autism. We were great friends, even on different spaces of the spectrum. Her name was Sam. I think about her often. Like any time, any person, any place decides they are judge, jury, and the executioner, when they jump up on stage and they make jokes that make us suffer, when they make laws that say our lives shouldn't be suffered, I don't need a pedestal to stand tall. I don't want you to make me feel good. I want you to change the way you speak, change the way you think, realize that you and I, despite the lies, are pretty much the same. Don't pity us. Don't treat us different. Educate yourself and your children. Right. Autism isn't a death sentence. Everyone in this fucked up world has a difference. Don't make me feel like mine leaves me defenseless. Thank you.
That's what's up.
It's called Because of My Autism. The reason I can't maintain consistent eye contact at times is because of my autism. The reason I back away when someone gets too close while they're talking to me is because of my autism. The reason I don't like when someone puts their hand on me or puts their arm around me is because of my autism. I'm not going to apologize because of my autism. I'm not trying to be rude. You're the one making an autistic person uncomfortable when you confront me about it. So when I explain it's because of my autism, just accept that and move on. I'm not trying to use that as a scapegoat for bad behavior. Certain things are just harder for me because of my autism. Please be more understanding. I have one more.
Oh, I got one more.
And this one I've read. If you've heard it before, mind your business. Okay. It's called Crossed Wires. Oh, that last one was new shit, by the way. I forgot to say that. I'm acoustic. Okay, leave me alone. Anyway. This one's called Crossed Wires. My brain isn't wired like others. Cross wiring, tangled wires, and wires plugged into the wrong spots. Some wires might be unplugged altogether. My brain is wired differently, but I am as I am meant to be. Crossed wires and all. The wiring in my brain may be weird to some, but to me it is beautiful. Yes, I have bad days, but I am learning to live with the way my brain is wired. What I enjoy, I love to my fullest passion. Even if my brain is wired differently, I'll never say it is wired wrong, because my brain is as it's meant to be, crossed wires and all.
Guys are like, Randy, blush? What? Okay, this is new.
Yeah, she's very poetic.
I pre-gamed for this. Practice has never made me party perfect, but I did get invited to this today, and I'm doing great. I've done everything. I am a participator. No wallflower this time, I deliver. Bouquets of quip and wit. A charismatic contributor to this conversation at this house party. The host offers to make me a drink. Whiskey or rum or something with soda, leaving the can with me. I thank them, give it a taste. You can dilute it if you need to. They say, oh, okay, but yeah, I tell them it's great. I pre-gamed for this. The room and I are buzzing. A microdose untangles party streamers in my gut and coats my tongue in silver. I practiced and I deliver, but it's loud. So I just smile when a woman near me seems to be talking to the room, not sure to who, but she keeps getting responses, so I resolve it's not me. I'm doing just fine, and no one can see how I scan my peripheries for something I haven't anticipated. See, I pregame for this, but I only got through the basics, reminding myself tonight I will remember to pause for response and ask questions, even if I'm not interested, because that's how people connect, and I'm a person too, right? My blood floods with medicinal magic of conversations practiced. I even anticipate the tall man who talks with his hands, dominates dining room conversations over board games, punctuated with cheers and groans, and I anticipate this noise, so I am not startled. The host offers to make me a drink. I thank them and tell them it's great, and I really mean it. But they still make it a point to say it won't hurt their feelings if I want something else. And I realize I've forgotten part of my pregame routine, forgot to practice the furrow of my brow, or how to raise it inquisitively. So there's what I didn't anticipate, hits me, pulls me from an analytical swirl, hyper-arousal, brain state, party streamers twirl. Next time, I'll pregame in the mirror. Because when I'm overstimulated, I don't always remember that my face sometimes scrunches, or is either totally flat, or I've been told I look disgusted when I'm overwhelmed or overstimulated by the senses in my periphery. And truly, it was a really good drink. I guess I just didn't anticipate that.
Hey, that was a good one.
I got one more short one. This is an old one, but it's one of my favorites.
Oh shit!
Old. I could never be an astronaut when my planet still makes me so nauseous. Pen to paper, field notes, the intelligent life here confounds me. I study it. I could never be an astronaut when my giant leap feels like one small step in my home planet's gravity, centrifugal grounding, good thing, Armstrong pressure feels comforting. I could never be an astronaut when my home planet is overstimulating enough, even though I stim constantly. The thought of restless legs in hot space suits, weightless in a vacuum that smells like burnt cookies and metal sounds like sensory overload when I'm aware of my socks all day and I think so hard about where my eyes go. I know I could never be in space. They say no one can hear you scream. The mask I wear on my home planet serves the same purpose, so I know I could never wear a helmet over it. Wow. I could never be an astronaut when I miss cues for mission control. Sometimes I feel like an unmanned vessel. I float in dark matter. Ruminate enough here on Earth. I could never be an astronaut. But sometimes I think I could be an alien. Left on the doorstep to be raised by neurotypicals, lanky appendages I thought I'd grow into, but I still moonwalk, stumble with my two left feet. I could never be an astronaut, even though I've spent my whole life trying to.
Autism, that 90% of autistic people have sensory issues. This means sometimes the world is too loud, bright, or confusing, or all three at the same fucking time. It's exhausting to be me. I am exhausted. I have learned to convince myself that I can function like everyone else. For instance, I can smile awkwardly when asked to smile for a picture. I can count how many items in a room to avoid making eye contact. Hence why I don't wear my glasses on stages, because I cannot see y'all. I tend to autocorrect when I am buffering live in the middle of a conversation. I also need to remind myself to breathe when someone is too close or at a doctor's appointment during a checkup. You can't tell me you have a surprise for me because I won't sleep. Whatever you do, I practice it multiple times to be ready. I am good most times at blending in more than others. And for the longest time, I thought maybe this way I wouldn't get bullied. But I am burned out. I'm exhausted pretending to be okay to fit in. Like I am tired of others thinking I take things too personal. That you can't say you support me at my masking, but have no space or safety for me and my true self. I've spent a good month long in this year crying when placed in positions against my own self and community, crying into my pillow at 3 a.m. because if I was neurotypical, you wouldn't have asked that of me. Crying because there are some spaces that only love me when I pretend to be normal. Crying because even my own community refuses to learn about me, about us. I no longer have safe spaces. The world alone is scary out there. 61-year-old person with autism, Tyrone Padilla, died on January 5th, 2024, moving a backpack on a subway because his pattern preferences moves things, stabbed in the back. February 28, 2024, Matthias Vieira died of sepsis because the hospital said he was too difficult to deal with his no-touch preference to figure it out. March 9th, 2024, Ryan Gaynor, 15, was shot 3 times for charging towards an officer with a garden tool because he didn't want to do his chores that day and the routine seemed off. Autistic children and young adults are more than twice likely to die before 25 because systems are not meant for them.
Damn.
I guess I should be glad I am past 25. I guess all I should do now is make sure my children live past 25 and beat the odds, right? Because masking should have never been the answer. Because I don't want my kids screaming and crying into pillows, heartbroken when people they love and communities that are meant to be safe fail them over and over again.
Right.
Shit. I come from people that don't drown in a glass of water, learn that sometimes we don't need lessons to learn things. Sometimes surviving comes within our veins, all mixed up with wet dirt, nopales, espinas, and wildflowers. Que mi corazón is my most prized possession. Wouldn't even know how to pay for my body in this godforsaken state that taught me how to look for abusive hands, that taught me to live off drops of I love yous all mixed up with disrespect. That all I'm worth is getting cheated on, so there's no more this state can do that some haven't done. Wasted all my I'm sorries on the undeserving. I have this Texas trauma bond on lock. My state loves to teach me I'm worth nothing but a percentage, a statistic as a minority all across the board. All Texas wants is to herd me as a female and keep me in place. So honey, there's nothing you can do to me that my state hasn't done to me. My lovers with Texas well within their faces, within their breath, gaslight my soul with matches at my feet, put a price on my skin and anatomy just like the Lone Star State, but still deliver manipulative love word bombs like the stars shining bright and big, and I can see my life with you bullshit. Like I love the blue bonnets that this dirt gives me, but despite the constant bouquet of red flags, you bring me with the stench of you won't ever leave me thoughts. So don't come and tell me forever and ask what's wrong. Because I can't praise the shortcomings. I've learned how to take this trauma bond of I love you, but hate how you hurt me. Because my heart loves Texas, but I hate it too.
That one was pretty good. I like this one. It's more into depth about what they learned in the past few years when they was born as autistic. You know, they've been treating very differently, not only differently, but real bad too. So, like I said, they have to create like a place where they could really be themselves and really be along, so they could be along with somebody, you know? And I get that. It's hard, like I said, it's hard to have a place where, you know, you really want to be yourself, you know? But here's the thing, you have to create one. You don't, like I say, you don't want to force people that could, like, hey, you know, force us to accept us. Hey, if they don't want to accept us, that's fine. Move on, or create a place where you can actually belong. Invite the people that wants to have, you know, what I'm trying to say is create your own group, and invite the group that doesn't have nowhere to go. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, this one was pretty good. I like this one. I just want to give a big shout out to the poetry of Manicore. Make sure you subscribe to him. Also, a big shout out of Manicore for recommending me the video. I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you so much. Also, one of my viewers just hit me up, told me that in the clutch, TrillBillyBran was in the hospital about 2 weeks ago. He suffered a massive stroke, so I just want to wish him well. And also, I'm going to put his Instagram on the link description. Make sure you follow him, you know. So tell him all the best wishes, of course. And like I said, I hope he make a great recovery, and I hope, you know, he'll go back to his family soon. All right. Yeah, and yeah, that's it. Also, I hope you guys have a great day and be well.